Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Ludlow High School for tonight's Class B Western Mass final game between the Belchertown Orioles and the South Hadley Tigers. District 1 would like to thank Pioneer Valley Financial for their support throughout our Western Mass tournaments and for providing our championship trophies. Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in audience. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be intended with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you require assistance, please call upon an MIAA school or security official. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated. Could subject the violator to ejection and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Our nation has persevered through the leadership and sacrifice of men and women who served or are currently serving in our armed forces. We invite both veterans and current military personnel to please stand. We thank you for your service to our country. Now the starters for your Belchertown Orioles. In net, number 1, Gio DeBarge. Midfielder, number 3, Morgan Litz. Up top, number 7, Brianna Ribeiro. In defense, number 9, Isabella Vizelia. Up top, number 13, Fallon Clancy. In the defense, number 16, Allison Morris. At forward, number 19, Mia Korish. In the midfield, number 20, Gabriella Slovak. In defense, number 21, Avery Cooper. Also in the defense, number 23, Logan Moses. And finally, in the midfield, number 24, Alexia Karapietsoso. Now the starting lineup for the South Hadley Tigers. Number 19, Leah Algudillo. In the net, number 13, Olivia Atlas. Number 4, Cara Dean. Number 6, Allison Fleury. Number 3, Hannah Hazard. Number 12, Emma LaRue. Number 2, Catherine McGonigal. Number 8, Sophie Quinn. Number 16, Maddie Soderbaum. Number 20, Margot Watkins. And number 7, Michaela Weaver. We ask you to now please rise and remove hats for the playing of our national anthem. and good luck to them. Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
A great night, a great feel, and most importantly, two great teams take the pitch tonight as the South Hadley Tigers take on the Belchertown Orioles. Good evening, I'm Colin Zeroni with the South Hadley Sports Network, covering the Western Mass Class B final. The tournament obviously started early this week as South Hadley has traveled from quarterfinal, and so far has had a dominant tournament. Belchertown has also played very well and is hoping to continue their run here. Like I mentioned, absolutely beautiful facility here at Ludlow High School. I believe this is new turf, new track, new scoreboard, new booth. Basically a full redo here at Ludlow. I believe 3 weeks ago is when they had their grand opening, and it certainly shows top of the line and a great location to have this final played. Something to note though is that the soccer field is a little bit shorter than it is at South Hadley High School. That will definitely have an impact for these South Hadley forwards. As I've mentioned in previous broadcasts, they tend to go all the way down to that goal line and then go to cross it. That lack of maybe 5 yards or so will definitely have an impact on how they play the game tonight and how they are able to efficiently cross the ball across the field. Another thing to mention is the starting keeper, Liv Athos, is officially off of injured reserve. She is back taking the net, hand is fully healed, and she is ready to take on the Belchertown Orioles tonight. Definitely exciting to see her be able to return, and it restores a lot of our midfield too, as a lot of them, it's been our midfield that's primarily taken the goal in her absence, and that has definitely slowed down that offensive third a little bit, especially when Cara Dean's been taking the net a little bit, who's been a large impact on the field here. And both teams here ready to begin, but it's unclear what the delay is.
Wait, what did you go? Journey!
Looks like the officials might have noticed something with the net here, maybe a little bit loose, so they're going to go ahead and fix that before they get started. It seems like a minor detail, but that can absolutely be game-changing. A shot right at the top of the crossbar goes through the net if there's a hole, and referees aren't able to see that. That's a goal that can change the game, so it's definitely good that the referees take a second to make sure that's resolved before they get started. Using some unique techniques here. Already, this is some of the most fun commentary I've had here on the Sports Network, so definitely gives me hopes for tonight's game. I guess while we wait, we'll give a quick shout out to our crew, which tonight here is pretty small. Like I mentioned, I'm Colin Zeroni, taking commentary tonight. On camera, we have a newer member, Kate Phillips, her first broadcast. So, expecting her to do well, but we'll give her credit where she needs it, give her a little leniency as we get the kickoff here, and South Hadley will begin. Starting with Sophie Quinn on the far side, who takes a touch and is just out of bounds. And already there's a clear, strong presence from the Belchertown student section Unfortunately, tonight there's 2 South Hadley games going on, one of which is a football game and their senior night. So a lot of their student section has ended up over there supporting the seniors. Definitely good to see the attendance there, but unfortunately has them lacking a little bit at the Western Mass final. Clear just over Emma Leveralt's head as it will be shielded by Michaela Weaver, and she will drive it back to Leah Agridello. Strong defense there from the Belchertown forward Morgan Litz. Definitely going to be an aggressive player out there. So far in this season, 4 goals, 2 assists. Strong impact on the offense up there. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how she ends up playing this game. Because, you know, of course, I haven't really been able to see any of their film, as I noticed that our clock is counting upwards. So we'll go ahead and fix that quickly. Yeah, strong cross there into the arms of Liv Athos. She'll elect to punt, finds Kate McCardle in the middle, and she has space to work with and is able to split the defense. Allie Fleury running onto the ball, and he'll end up far on the outside for a South Hadley throw-in. A great turn there from the Belchertown player. I believe that's going to be Fallon Clancy on the side, able to find Mia Krosh in the middle. And she will stick with it, puts a ball into the box, and it'll be far on the right side, and Liv Athos will decide to let it roll out of bounds. Definitely smart idea there. You know, she's coming in at an angle, a little bit more risky to try to pick it up. Could risk stepping out of bounds or accidentally tipping the ball, and it just rolls out of bounds. No point in trying to pick that up without full control. And either way, it will end up in South Hadley possession. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited that our scoreboard can count up. I had no idea we could do that. Sophie Quinn here on the throw-in on that far side. Able to find Hannah Haser, who looks to the middle. Brought in by a Belchertown player, Maddie Soderbaum on the fight there. Now, Alexa Karabetsos sends it up the field into South Hadley possession. Long ball up the sideline, and it will be sent out of play. Looking back at some stats over the past 2 years, South Hadley and Belchertown have faced off 5 times, and in all of them has either been a Belchertown win or a tie. South Hadley looking to get their first win against this team in a while. They played earlier this season and ended in, I believe, a 0-0 tie. It was either 0-0 or 1-1. And it was, you know, it was a great game to watch. Very physical, very aggressive, but both teams were able to maintain control. It wasn't like they were not playing smart. It was just a heavily defensive game. So that's something that I'm expecting to see a lot here, as, you know, the defense is able to win the ball, but gives up to Allie Fleury quickly. Emma Leverall just turns to the outside and is stopped by Allison Morris. Now Brianna Ribeiro sends it up, and it will be just into the box for Athos to come out and get. Of course, tonight is our first night of doing double coverage here on the South Hadley Sports Network. On Channel 12, we have, guess I can't say that now, Allie Fleury on the attack, and we bring down one player. Maddie Soderbaum trying to recover, get back on the ball, and is able to keep it in play. Carradine able to get a touch on it. They'll end up back in Belchertown possession. What I was trying to say, nope, not going to say it now. Belchertown across the 30, able to turn outside, and it will roll out of bounds. This time I can say it. Double coverage. Another team is over covering the football game. We have Josh Lucas on the mixer, and his crew is taking care of that one. It's their senior night, so definitely a fun one for them to cover. So they're over on Channel 15. strongly recommend checking between both of the games here and there. Both games are expected to be high competition as football takes on the Chickadee High School. Definitely going to be a close matchup over there. Not quite the touch that Athens was looking for there. Stays inside the box and will end up with Belchertown. Now he's able to send it up, but ends up getting a Belchertown touch on it. Carradine with the header there, along with a second one. And now McCardle finds Fleury, who's on the run. Looks to win the ball back here. Marla Watkins able to win that 50-50 ball as Kate McCardle now brings it towards the outside. Tries to split those two far back defenders, but both of them actually end up getting a touch on it. Leah Agudelo takes one step back there. Looks like she had under-predicted where that one was going to go. I was ready to step up a little bit, but quickly recognized where that was going to end up a little bit behind her. Another great step from Leah, with the long ball sent to the corner here, and it will roll out of bounds. That's kind of what I mentioned pregame on that long ball. You could see it roll out, but Allie Ford was getting really close to it, and that additional 5 yards at their home turf definitely would have given her a stronger chance of getting there, and I think she could have gotten a touch on it. So that's going to be a big adjustment for that back line, having to adjust how far they actually end up setting it up on each play. And for those of you who have watched previous broadcasts, I've mentioned on the past 3 now that I was fighting off a cold. Finally gotten rid of it, but still working up getting rid of that cough, so I apologize in advance if I end up having to step aside every once in a while. Doing better now, so that's definitely going to be less than the last stream. Running onto it here is going to be Karabetsis. Keeps on that close side, and she's pushed and will end up in a penalty kick. Some early excitement for Belchertown here, where they push inside the box. So they'll put Allison Morris here on the kick. Allison Morris, no stats so far this season, looking to get her first one here. And she is able to, lower right corner, able to sneak it right by to send this into the first goal of the game. Orioles going up 1.
Belchertown goal scored by number 16, Allison Morris.
An unfortunate start here for the Tigers, as it looks like they'll make their first substitution. Leah Agudelo comes off the field. I actually didn't see who went in. Simone Quinn went in and moved Maddie Soderbaum back onto the back line. Shot here, put up, header, not able to make contact. Any offside will be called. Goal kick here over to Sophie Quinn, who's able to put a head on it. Ball centered here. Carradine deciding not to go for that almost bicycle kick. Probably recognized that there was a solid chance at a high kick there and decided against it. Dean able to win the ball there and draw a foul. So it'll be a direct kick for the Tigers on about that 30-yard line. Emma Leffel able to stick between those two Belchertown players. Ends up by her now with Brianna Ribeiro. Space to work within that corner, trying to find the right option, but instead centers it to about 4 South Hadley players. And Allison Fleury here able to get a touch, send it outside to Kate McCardle, who's going to take it down that far sideline. And Belchertown's able to recover, but sends it out of bounds. Kate McCardle trying to take it over to her left, but ends up having it stolen. Now Morgan Litz. And Haser not able to possess the ball there, and it'll be tipped out of bounds by South Hadley. I believe that one off of Kate McCardle. Litz able to get through, shot on, and it'll roll out of bounds for a South Hadley goal kick. Beautiful night here at Ludlow High School, around 59 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. Of course, you wouldn't be able to tell because it's night. And then, you know, a little bit windy, which does have a little bit of an impact on the Tigers. You know, they like to play the long ball game, a little bit of a higher shot. Speaking of shots, as one is put on net, but is into the hands of Athos. But, you know, they like to play that long ball. And, you know, as long as they're able to keep the ball lower than usual, it's going to be a lot easier to control it. But as soon as that ball gets a little bit higher, the wind's going to start carrying it. Carradine able to win the ball, able to kick the ball off of a Belchertown player. Throw in now, brought in by Allison Morris. She tries to send up the field and be sent out by Matt Soderbaum. Now into the middle. That's going to be Kate McCardle now, header to the side, and Simone Quinn's not able to reach it before it rolls out of bounds. That play there that you could hear the Belchertown team get, or Belchertown student section, I should say, get fairly vocal about, really shows Carradine's physicality, which we mentioned a little bit whenever their semifinal game was, 3 nights ago. You know, having her in net, we were losing out on that a lot. But, of course, now that she's back in the field, we're going to be seeing a lot more of that, a lot more physical play out in that midfield on this near side where she typically plays. Very limited subs here within the first 10 minutes, as well as brought into the box, shot on, and it'll be off the left side. Only one substitution. Clearly some minor issues with the camera there, but we are back, ready to continue our coverage here. Not much of an attack there during that brief technical error. Ended up being a Belchertown goal kick as they're able to now carry it up the middle, or along the sideline. Now it will be contested out of bounds and end up being a Belchertown throw-in. Set it to the corner to Litz. Trying to turn goal line, and it'll be stopped and sent out of bounds, I believe, by Morgan Watkins. So, first corner kick of the game we're seeing here. Belchertown runs in, long ball right around the PK line, and is sent up the field by Carradine as the defense now moves out of the box. Fleury putting some pressure on. Simone Quinn able to get wide and is going to be able to get one touch on that ball and not able to keep it in play. Referee will call that out of bounds. Throw in here for Belchertown. Again, tries to find Litz, a common target here in this center along with the attacking third. Carradine now on defense here against Ribeiro. And it looks like that was Maddie Soderbaum who was able to get clear there. Ball sent outside, able to send it down the line. This one to Fallon Clancy. Takes a shot, blocked, and sent far up the field to the feet of Allison Morris. Decides to carry it up the field and is stopped by Carradine. Simone Quinn stepping the ball here. And we'll end up with Morris again. Dean finds the line to Quinn. Quinn tries to find Fleury, ends up being sent back up the field by Logan Moses. Litz again, tries to send it across the field. Now in the box. Cleared out, Athle's coming out and is able to get her hands on it. Quinn tries to turn inside, nobody there. Now Brianna Ribeiro finds Litz. Able to get through one, not past two, and Haser tries the long ball to Fleury here. Turned outside by Avery Cooper and sent back up the line and kept in play. Now McCardle finds Fleury. Got 35 yards out, takes a shot, and it will be into the hands of Jillian DeBarge.
No, he doesn't need any. Wait, do you like my gap?
Ball sent up the middle, and again, Athos able to come out and pick up the ball. A little bit of contact there at the very end between her and Ribeiro. Or excuse me, Ribeiro. Soderbaum able to draw the foul as she went to pass it across the hash marks. Lots of substitutions looking to come in for both the Tigers and the Orioles. This ball is sent over the top by Allison Fleury. And again, just out of bounds. Substitutions coming in. Carradine coming off along with Simone Quinn and Sophie Quinn. Taking their spot is going to be Kiana Ramos, Cece Gurek, and I didn't see who else. Taylor Bolo. Watkins trying to find Ramos, but just within defender's reach. Centered again and into the 6-yard box. That one brought up by Madeline Philpott, who I believe just entered the game. Kate McCardle looking for options here, decides to send it up, and Hannah Hastert's going to have to run onto it. That'll be sent out at around midfield, they'll call it. Around the 40, actually. Emma Leverall able to stop that attack, but another one will start. Litz sends it across the field. Athletes coming out, and again, able to gather it in. Just over 20 minutes played now. Ball sent far backwards. Watkins able to clear it out to the side. Not sure she had noticed originally that Morgan Litz was coming right from the middle of the field there. Ended up being called out by one of her teammates at the last second. She was able to get back on the ball. Hannah Hasert able to beat the defender on the run. Ends up being caught and is now with Belchertown. Cece Gurrick able to intercept the pass. Ends up staying behind her with Isabel Morrow. Now South Hadley able to send it back up into their offensive half. And Allison Fleury will end up getting a foul. Getting their first offensive half direct kick. Ball inside the box. So are the Tigers, and just going to be over the top of the net. Ends up going off the football crossbar. I believe that was Kiana Ramos with the shot there. Emma Leverall tries to get on it and ends up getting a handball there. Morris on the kick here. Looking to hit Morrow. Able to get inside the box, takes a shot. Athos with the save and is able to get back on top of it. Allison Fleury and Hannah Hayes are looking to double team, but it ends up being sent up to their defensive half. Now ball down the middle. Both the goalie and the defender not able to get it, and it will again end up being in the hands of Athos. Punt here over to Hannah Haser, who's able to now send it out to, I believe, Cece Gurrick up the line towards McCardle, as substitutions will come in. So that'll be Cara Dean coming in to take off Cece Gurrick. Now Allison Fleury in the corner with it. Looks to find a South Hadley player and is not able to. And it looks like they'll call. They'll give the. I can't tell. Yeah, they'll give the throw in there. That's what I thought. No, they won't. They'll give the kick for a trip. About 15 minutes left to play in this first half. As it'll be Karabetsis up the sideline. Cuts it back, looks to send it across the field. Now Philpott loses it and will be contested by Taylor Bolo. Ends up being able to kick it off the Belchertown player. Send it to Slovak, who loses possession. Now Belchertown tries to put it into the box and is sent out. Another attack starting here. Past one defender. And it will end up back in the midfield with Belchertown. Philpott trying to use that sideline and is able to, and will be put out of play by Maddie Soderbaum. So not enough space to try to make any sort of turn. Turning towards the middle probably wasn't going to be the best play there. Ends up giving more Belchertown players an opportunity to come onto the ball. Another ball sent to the box here, able to get to the 6-yard box. Maddie Soderbaum trying to find Flurry on that kick. Taylor Bolo trying to catch up to that ball, not able to, but it will end up with Dean now on defense, able to get that touch as Karabetsis tried to go down that sideline again. Morris able to get a centered ball there. Controlled here by Clancy. He's able to find the middle of the field. Two players collide, ends up being a South Hadley possession, as Kate McCardle now is able to get towards the right side of that defender and gets fouled. So now Madeline Philpott able to find the runner on the side, past the defender, sent to the box, and it'll be into the hands of Athos. Absolutely great save there, just taking 2 steps out of her position. South Hadley defender probably could have gotten there, but it was much safer for Liv to end up calling her off. Great bit of a slide tackle there from Kate McCardle. Technical moves here from Clancy. Decides to drop it back. Back to Clancy, finds the middle. And now it will be Slovak. Puts a shot on. And again, possessed by Athos. Inside the box now, tries to get a shot off and is blocked by Emma Leverall. Now with Karabetsis, able to make that turn twice. And offside will be called on Philpott. Just not able to get back into that onside position in time. Looks like she tried to. A more accurate call there is over and back, is what I should have said. It's now a kick from deep in the defensive third. It'll be Bolo. Finds Dean, who has a long cross here. Almost through the defenders, but Avery Cooper able to get a touch on it. Now Tellier. Not able to maintain possession. Will end up being a South Hadley throw-in. Substitution made. Takes out Hannah Haser and puts in Simone Quinn. Along with taking Emma Leverall out and putting Michaela Weaver in for her position. Off the head of Lee Agrodella there. Able to stop that attack. Now Agrodella. I believe that was with Kate McCardle there. Tried to turn with it. Now Fleury finds Weaver on the side, who's going to choose to drop it to Soderbaum, sends it up. It'll be past the defender towards the corner, and not going to be able to be reached by either player. Under 10 minutes of play left here in the first half. South Hadley needs to be able to score one in this short remaining time. Definitely will help their momentum going into the second half if they're able to squeeze one in. Dean tries to send it down the line, but ends up rolling out of bounds. Two Belchertown substitutions coming in, along with one South Hadley substitution. Taylor Bolo coming out. I believe that's Sophie Quinn who ended up going back in. Yeah, tried to come back for the ball and wasn't able to quite turn it. Now Clancy able to find the middle. Touched by Agrodella, who's able to clear it out towards Hasert. And again, it will roll out of bounds here. Have a rolling ball up the middle there, or up the side. Simone Quinn able to center it towards Soderbaum, and a head-to-head collision here as a South Hadley player will go down. And so we will step aside while the injury is assessed. Looks like that was Kate McCardle who will be able to walk off the field. Definitely a big loss for the end of this first half. Ball punched out by the goalie, sent back in by Dean. Again, multiple South Hadley players looking to get on the ball there. Going to be carried out by Belchertown. Now Litz, who has returned back into the game. Agrodella with the long ball. Lands in the semicircle. Fleury with the strong attack there. Definitely wasn't going to make that an easy opportunity for the keeper to save the pass. It's going to be Ribeiro. Loses possession over the heads of two defenders, and Hastert's going to end up running onto it. It will be attempted to be kicked off of Hasert, but will not make contact, and will be a South Hadley throw-in. Looking to find the corner, not able to, and sent out of bounds on a Belchertown header. Ball center now. Maddie Soderbaum able to get a head on it. Looks like the keeper was able to also touch it. And it will be outside of the box now. Fleury able to bring it down with her thigh. South Hadley players asking for a handball. It'll go uncalled. And now ball end up over midfield, and a foul will be called. That one on South Hadley. So this kick will be at exactly half field here. And Athos will have to come out for that one a little bit as Quinn shields for her. Yeah, Agudelo with it now, able to stand up the sideline, ends up being in the possession of Ribeiro. On the cross here, Athos comes out and is able to get it. On the far side there is Morris, who's run into the box, almost got them a goal. Athos just barely able to beat her there. Haser, the intended target, ended up being stepped to by defender too early. Soderbaum with the turn upfield. Now Agudelo. Header from Belchertown. Now Soderbaum. Dean tries to find Fleury. Now with Terabetsos. Up the line towards Litz, who cuts it back and is going to be stopped by Emma Leveralt. Fleury now able to get past one. Able to get past two. Sends the ball for Haysert, but it's going to be just out of her reach. Just under 3 minutes to play here. Looks like our clock is off by about a minute. Of course, as per usual, the last 2 minutes will be kept on the field by the referee. One v one on the sideline here. Quinn not able to win ball, but is able to stop the player. It'll be played back all the way to the keeper. He tries to send it up to midfield. Now Soderbaum able to get a little cross in the air. And back with Soderbaum now. Looking for Haser, able to get a one-touch towards the box. But no one able to reach it. And that one's going to be a fairly easy call for the referee to make, as a push in the back is called on Sophie Quinn. Big kick here, able to be sent out by a South Hadley player. Now, Sophie gets a touch on it to her sister, Simone, and then with Haser. Now in the middle as our clock reaches 40 minutes.
Remaining 2 minutes will be kept on the field by the on-field official.
So we've now entered stoppage time as Agudelo is able to send it out of the box. Limited time to work with. South Hadley looking to score one more before halftime. It's going to take her time to find the right decision. Ends up finding Soderbaum just over her instead to Fleury, who's able to stick with it. Strong defense here. Is able to win the ball, and now it's going to be South Hadley's able to step back on it now with Kerbetzos. And it'll end up being another kick for Belchertown here. South Hadley players not super happy with the call. And again, you can hear just how loud this Belchertown student section has been. Definitely helping fire up those players a little bit, and certainly not helping the Tigers. Morris on the ball into the box, and he's going to be right into the hands of Liv Athos. And that will do it for the first half of the Western Mass Final. Belchertown leads 1-0. South Hadley.
Halftime score is the Belchertown Orioles 1 and the South Hadley Tigers 0.
Had a feeling you wouldn't be able to hear me over that. We'll step aside for halftime and we'll be back about 7 minutes. As we get ready to start the second half here, let's take a look at our first half stats. Of course, Belchertown leading so far 1-0. And unfortunately, their stats so far reflect it too. Their shots they've dominated so far, winning 11-4 on South Hadley's. And that's overall just, we've been able to see much more attacking from their offense. And it's not even really, once South Hadley's offense is able to get up past that 20-yard line, they're doing fine. The issue is actually getting there through that middle and offensive third. Once they're able to get past that 30, past that 20, that's where they've been doing a little bit better. But getting it through the midfield is where Belchertown's defense is by far the strongest. Of course, looking at the saves, Liv Athos has been playing really well. She's had 15 saves so far in that first half. A lot of shots let up by the defense that definitely are going to be corrected in the second half here. And they're going to want to have to bring down that number, make it a little bit easier for Athos, and try to limit those shots, give a better opportunity to get some more offensive opportunities here. And of course, the only corner kick we've seen so far was for Belchertown. Didn't end up resulting in too much. We'll take a look at the state power rankings, which the final rankings came out today. Sutton, who's really dominated the state so far this season, remains that 1 seed. Hamilton Wenham, along with Linfield, the past 3 broadcasts we've had, we've ended up having to switch that graphic a bunch as they keep battling for that 2nd and 3rd spot. Hamilton Wenham able to finish off with that 2nd seed. Looking down towards the bottom, or towards the middle, South Hadley able to come back with that 7th spot, which guarantees them 2 home games, assuming they're able to win that first one. And Southwick ended up dropping a little bit. We saw them play against South Hadley the other night. So they ended up dropping the 12th from their 11th spot. Other than that, majority of the power rankings have stayed the same throughout the past week or so. Or I should say more like 2 weeks, they've stayed fairly similar. So definitely going to make for a good tournament coming up. That starts this week. Unfortunately, not sure about our coverage for that so far. But we will get information about that as soon as it is available. And so we begin the second half here with a Belchertown possession. It's going to be Allie Fleury able to win the ball there, puts a shot in, and it'll be punched out by the keeper. Attempted shot from Carradine ends up getting stuck under her foot. Something I've noticed a lot with this keeper, not really a huge fan of actually catching the ball. She ends up punching it out a lot rather than getting that catch, trying to keep control. And so far it is working for her. She's able to make the saves that she needs to make. But it does create a harder, stronger opportunity for South Hadley. Wow, that was really tough one to figure out there. But it's able to get that secondary attack going for them. So they're going to have to be able to utilize that throughout this second half. I'm hoping that they were able to recognize that through halftime, talk it over, and they'll be crashing towards that ball once it comes off the keeper's fists. Simone Quinn able to win that through 2 defenders, and Fleury tries to send it towards that corner, not able to get past that right back. Now Litz able to get through now into the box, looks to center it. Gonna be Clancy in the box, not able to get a shot off. And that will make for the first save of the half for Liv Athos. Simone Quinn and Michaela Weaver have a little back and forth there, as now Hannah Haser will be sent on the run. Belchertown able to win the ball. Strong fight from Quinn. And now it's going to be Slovak who tries to find a player in the middle. Able to, and now down towards this near side. And brought in by Liv Athos. Punts away. Hannah Haser now not able to keep it against that defender, and it will end up rolling out of bounds. Ball sent again right towards that PK line, and a shot is on it. It is scored. The second goal for the Belchertown Orioles this game.
Scored by number 7, Brianna Ribeiro. Assisted by number 13, Fallon Clancy.
All right. Rough start to the second half there. Got to be able to clear that ball a little bit sooner. Dean now with the ball, tries to find Haser, who will be called offside, or again over and back there. Started in that offside position, but by the time she touched it, she was onside. But it was when the ball was kicked, she was behind the defender. Simone Quinn sends it onto the logo where Kayla Weaver will try to get it, but Quinn will get back on it. Two defenders now on the feet of Hannah Haser. It'll be kicked out by this near defender, Isabella Vizula. Throw in here, headed by Belchertown? No, headed by South Hadley. That will be a goal kick. That second goal definitely makes a huge impact both in the mindset of Belchertown and South Hadley. Belchertown now is starting to feel a little bit more relaxed. One goal game is a lot more stressful because a singular goal, it changes the outcome entirely. Changes it from win to a tie. That second goal lets them know that they can play a little bit slower, play a little bit more controlled, rather than having to force it forward. South Hadley, on the other hand, now has 2 goals that they have to make up in the next 35 minutes. They weren't able to get their first one in the first 40, so now they have to make up for that in the second half. And it's definitely going to mess with them a little bit, I'd assume. Now, we might see a little bit less of this controlled playing back and more of those forced passes forward. Now an attack from Litz here, able to get past the defense as Athos will clear it out with her feet. And that should be yes, it is a handball. Morgan Watkins on the kick here, or Margot Watkins. Now Haser looking to find someone on that far side, no one there. Most likely expecting Soderbaum, but she was a little bit more inside than usual. Battle on that sideline will be called a Belchertown throw. stuck in the midfield here. Now with Belchertown, going to be Clancy. Right foot dominant, trying to get back on the inside, and is able to get a pass there. Dean runs through it, and Vizela is able to win the challenge. Now Litz. And again, there's the playing backwards that I mentioned. She's very close to being inside that box, but she's not going to force that shot through. So they're going to take a little bit of time to regroup. You know, for them, a shot's not needed right now. They can relax a little bit. As some music is played here. Pass from Mia Korish to the side. It's going to be Ribeiro for the Belchertown Orioles fighting, and is able to get it off of South Hadley. Corner kick here. We see Belchertown chooses not to line up in the box, instead waits outside the box to create a little bit extra space there. That way, when they run in, there's a lot more opportunities for each of them to get a chance on the ball. Punt here to Haser, and will be called a handball. Long ball sent in here. Dean able to clear it out of their half. And now it's with Ribeiro. I believe that was Lee Agudelo trying to get that stop there. And again, was able to push them back a little bit, but not able to fully stop the attack. Now Weaver again able to get it past that 50-yard line, but Belchertown able to quickly get possession back. Karabetsos tries to send it back into that offensive third. Now it's going to be Morris. Finds Slovak in the middle, who sends it back, and it'll be a South Hadley throw-in. Substitution comes in. It'll be Kate McCardle, who returns to the game after that late injury in the first half. So good to see that she was able to come back out to help these Tigers. Ball over the head of the defender, as DeBarge is able to come out and play on top of it. I think that's her first save of the night that she's been able, or that she's decided to keep it in her hands rather than punch it out. Two South Hadley players versus the one Belchertown. Belchertown's able to win it and send it back up. Now it's going to be Litz on the run, trying to catch Watkins, who wins the ball and sends it up to Fleury. Fleury versus Slovak, and is able to win it. Now with Karabetsos. Tries to find the corner, not able to, and instead is back with Watkins.
We get it right back, and here we go again.
Litz looks to put it towards the PK line. Kind of stays within this 6 now. Agudelo. Some slow passes out of the box here, as now it will be with Slovak. Karabetsos puts a shot on, and it is saved by Athis. Kate McCardle not able to get a touch there. Now it's going to be Ribeiro chasing that ball down, staying in the corner, looking towards the top, and it will be intercepted by South Hadley. Fleury able to get a touch on it now with Karabetzos.
Do it again. Let's go.
Let's go, Mia.
Again, Southhouse going to try this long ball. And it will slowly roll out of bounds as Hannon Haster tries to contest it. Throw in here, pretty far up the line, able to get it over to Clancy. Now Quinn tries to send up space, ends up with Belchertown. And a bit of a slide tackle there from Dean. Able to get a little bit of the ball, but the player also goes down with it. Logan Moses on the kick here. He was able to find someone. Now through the middle. Clancy looking to make that run through those two defenders, Watkins and Quinn, as a Belchertown substitution will come in. Just about 13 minutes played here in the second half. Blitz goes to get a shot on it. It'll be kept in bounds by Philpott. Now it's going to be Morris. Gets the cross, but not able to find a player. And ends up with Liv Athos. It sounds like the Belchertown student section changing it up a little bit and cheering on the Celtics. Oh, he was apparently playing right now. Didn't even know. Now Litz, just about 30 yards out, takes a shot and is not able to score. End up with Athos again. He sort of tries to get a touch on it. Main difference so far that we've seen between these two teams has been how they choose to move the ball up the field. Throughout the past few games, we've seen a lot of South Hadley looking to play that long ball, and it's worked well for them. But they've also played significantly worse teams compared to Belchertown's, how they've played this season. So South Hadley's been playing that long ball a lot, and instead Belchertown's been using these short passes. That pass there is no more than 5 yards, and it's been opening up for them. 10-yard pass there as someone, Maddie Soderbaum, is able to get back on it. But they've been very careful about not forcing it forward and working it across the field multiple times on each possession. And that's something that's been, it's been game-changing for them. Ends up catching South Hadley a little bit off guard, as that's, it's something they don't see too often. It's going to be cleared out there by Michaela Weaver on that goal line, so it will be a Belchertown kick, corner kick. It's actually a goal kick. And they will decide to take a second to discuss it here. And after discussing it, they'll decide to call it a a corner kick. Corner kick sent in. Liv Athens able to fight through 2 defenders and was able to get her hands on it. Sent to the feet of Karabetsis. And now it'll be Kate McCardle. Chooses to carry it up the field herself, able to go through 2 defenders, but going to be stopped by the 3rd. Now Weaver having to chase it down. Time to work with, but she'll decide to let it roll out of bounds, give South Hadley a throw in as a substitution will come in for both teams. Carradine going to go and take a seat, and in comes Cece Gurrick to fill that midfield position. Weaver looking for options, decides to just send it up the sideline, not able to find the South Hadley player as it will roll out of bounds. Now Fleury with it. Tries to go for the win, and it will be sent out by Belchertown, and another South Hadley throw-in. Haser at the intended target ends up going towards a Belchertown player first. Now it's going to be Leah Aguadello in the middle. Sends it up the field now with Fleury, who sends it over the top. Kate McCardle running on, has a chance at it, and will end up being sent down on that far sideline by Allison Morris. And another foul called here. Ends up being against South Hadley, and the "you can't do that" chant comes out again.
You can't do that.
Ball stepped to by Simone Quinn. It's Michaela Weaver looking to make that run and would have been open, but just one too many defenders in Simone's way. Ends up now with Cece. Simone now plays it back to Athos. One touch to work with, and is able to find Cece again. And now it will be with Slovak. Works it to that far side with Philpott, who's going to go and try to cross it. Ends up being tipped by South Hadley and into Athens' possession. And Haser tries to get a touch on it, but this number 9 defender, Isabella Vazula. God, I pronounced it 4 times today, and I still can't get it right. Yeah, she's been a very strong defender on this near sideline. Has been able to stop a lot of attacks so far. And I believe she's this outside left back. So definitely has had a strong impact so far, especially in the second half. She's really stood out. Center now with Lily Tellier. Tries to get it through 2 defenders, but it'll end up with Liv Athens again. Punts away and in the possession of Allison Morris, who looks to send the sideline and will roll out of bounds for South Hadley. 2 substitutions coming in. Going to take out Hannah Haser, and couldn't actually tell who else went off. And we'll put Kiana Ramos on along with Taylor Bolo. Now Watkins steps up, able to get a header on it. Now it's going to be Clancy. Open player on the sideline. Or I guess more in the midfield. So wrong. Tries to find that long ball up, not able to, instead with Karabetsis. And Weaver will force that player to the sideline and have the ball roll out of bounds.
Nice job.
Header there by Karabetsis for another South Hadley throw-in. And again, Karabetsis is able to get a piece of that throw-in. Really rejecting any start of a play here as Fleury tries to send it over the top, not able to, and will actually end up getting the ball right back. Ball up here with Fallon Clancy again. Ball ends up behind her. Now Morrow takes a shot and he'll end up out of bounds for a goal kick. That's going to be in the middle with Ramos. Fleury, one defender on, sends it over to Maddie Soderbaum on the overlap. Tries to center it, but is off the defender and will stay in play. Back with Soderbaum. Strong header there from Karabetsos. Now Fleury again, able to get past one, able to get past two. On that left foot, takes a shot over the keeper and over the net too. Setting South Hadley up for their, I believe, their first corner of the night. That's one of the stronger attacks we've seen from South Hadley so far tonight. And kicks away from Fleury. Able to get through a few. Stays in the middle, headed out. Abdella tries to get a head on it, but another defender steps to it before. Now Clancy tries to force it up the field. Not able to, but with another Belchertown player here. That's going to be Philpott. Tries to send Clancy down, who stops on the run. That goal kick will roll straight out of bounds and be a Belchertown throw-in. 2 substitutions for Belchertown coming in. Throw in here, South Hadley running down, is going to shield the ball out, and they will ignore the foul, call that a goal kick to give them that extra 4 or so yards up the field. Long ball off the back of Gurk, who sends it over to Kate McCardle. Not able to keep possession now with Clancy. Able to get past Aguilera, gets a touch on and saved by Athis. Now McCardle. Not able to find any forwards on that one. Strong win from Maddie Soderbaum there as Fleury returns back to try to pick up possession. Physical battle there over on the side as they'll end up being touched out by, I believe that's Emma Leveralt. Just under 15 minutes of play left here in the Western Mass Final. able to split the defenders. Allie Fleury running on, and he'll be saved with the slide there by DeBarge. Yeah, Godello able to get the header to stop that slightly slower attack there. It'll be split between two, and Athos will pick it up. Punts away, ends up being headed backwards and into further offensive possession, and it will end up being called a foul for a push. And again, the "you can't do that" chant comes out. I believe that's 5 times this game. On kick, able to be sent back out by Weaver. And now it's going to be Missoula. Back with Weaver, now Ramos. Being carried up by Corish, who takes a shot and is going to be saved by Athos. Able to get in front of that. Great shot there, sent over towards that left side of the net. Three substitutions are going to come in for South Hadley. One of them I can tell is Cara Dean. The other one looks to be Hannah Haser. And third one I can't quite tell who that is yet. Now it's going to be Kate McCardle. Lots of space to work with. Puts a shot on, and it will be directly into the hands of DeBarge. End up having to cover that near side post a little bit more than she expected to.
You know, Mike was a cheerleader.
Ooh. Struggling to figure out what they're... Okay, so they called a handball there because it was considered a legal throw-in, even though that was not the intent. Fleury now inside the box. It'll be cleared out by a defender. Shot sent on by that left South Hadley forward. So now there'll be that substitution with Cara Dean, Hannah Haser. Let's see. Simone Quinn and Sophie Quinn. So just about every line so far, or in that substitution has changed. So nearing the 10-minute mark in this game. Odds of a comeback here becoming more and more slim. Athos tries to find an option in the middle, but will be taken by Clancy. Now Ribeiro. Shot sent in and collected. It's going to get over Simone Quinn there, but past the defender too. Dean looks to center the ball into the box, not quite able to. Ball will come right back to her, and a foul will be called. That one on Karabetsis. South Hadley's going to choose to put Allison Fleury on this kick. Going to be a direct kick here, right about from the Ludlow Lions logo. South Hadley loading the box, leaving one defender back. Going to be just above the PK line, and will be sent out, that one by Logan Moses. Send back a shot from Kate McCardle. And it'll be brought in fairly easily by DeBarge. DeBarge having quite the season so far, with 144 saves in the span of their, I believe, 17 games they've played. Correction, 18 games they've had, 144 saves. Yeah. Stay on this near side here, Litz with it. Looks to center it. Able to get back inside the box, but it's going to be cleared by South Hadley. And now Vizela. And it's going to be back with Vizela again. Touched in by Clancy. And Litz will carry it up this left side, back into the middle. Looking to get a shot, is able to get one, and saved on that left side of the net. So that ball is going to be stopped from going into the box, but will give a corner kick. Corner kick sent in here and is cleared by Carradine. Now Fleury with it, sends it up, and is going to be touched by McCardle. Quinn able to get it back onto the logo here, and it's going to be sent back up by Logan Moses. Now with Karabetsis. Going to be over Leverall. And too far for Ribeiro. So as this game starts coming to a closer end, we'll give one more shout out to our crew. I'm Colin Zwarner with the South Hadley Sports Network, bringing you live coverage from Ludlow High School tonight. Of course, we have Kate Phillips here on the camera. And our lovely advisors tonight weren't able to join us, but instead we're at the football game, which is being broadcast over on Channel 15, which I believe should still be going on once this game ends. So be sure to go check that out. And of course, we got to thank Dan Pease along with the guys down at the SHC TV 15 studio. None of these streams would be possible without them. So of course, they're always a huge help, especially when we have last minute issues and we're always able to give them a call. So huge thank you to them. Just over 5 minutes left to play here. South Hadley still trailing by 2 as a foul is called on Sophie Quinn. And the "you can't do that" comes out one more time.
You can't do that.
Long ball sent up, able to get into the box. This with Litz. And a corner will be called as Litz let that roll out.
The remaining time will be kept on the field.
Darn, he beat me to it. So we've now entered stoppage time here. Final 5 minutes being kept on the field by the referee. As Dean's able to win that ball, tries to send it up, and it's going to be sent out of bounds by that number 13, Fallon Clancy. Substitution comes in to take out Michaela Weaver. And that'll be Maddie Soderbaum. Litz with the ball, takes a shot, believe it was tipped by South Hadley, so a little bit of a different direction than Athos expected, but she's able to easily get on top of it. Through the middle, Litz able to get a touch on it, and saved by, I believe that was Watkins who had the save there. I'm not gonna lie, I looked away, so I didn't see what happened on that one. Kate McCardle looks to get ahead, not quite able to, but it'll be Fleury and Haser both going for it. This will be sent out of bounds short on that line. McCardle taking the throw, and again kicked out by Belchertown off of South Hadley for a Belchertown throw in. Another opportunity here for Clancy. Gets it on her right foot, takes a shot, and it'll be over the top of the net. Over by no more than probably 8 inches there. Another win by Clancy there as Litz now brings it to the corner. And is now going to look to waste a little bit of this clock. As Liagdo will not accept that and will send it out of bounds. And they're going to look to continue doing this. As now it's going to be Clancy joining in. And again, kicked out of bounds. That didn't look like a legal throw, but apparently it was. And so that one will lead them to a corner kick. And again, they'll just play it short. Girls don't seem to, now they recognize that it's in play. And never actually seen this time wasting at a high school level. See it in the pros very often, but I've never seen a game get to this point. Just under about 2 minutes to play here. Again, our clock is most likely a little bit off from what the referee has. And Litz again will take it to this corner. At this point, they're now considering this a win, but she's going to take one more shot here to Clancy. Clancy takes a shot off of a player and saved by Athos. Punted up, but looks like it's going to be received by Belchertown. That's going to be Karabetsis. Now Clancy again over to Litz, and we will run it up one more time. No, we won't. She will go in to try to score. Clancy on the shot, and it's going to be off that right side of the net. Goal kick here, sent up, and it's going to get a little bit of a weird bounce. Now Haser fighting to keep it out of this defensive end. As the clock winds down in what is likely the final minute here. Throw in here for Belchertown. And that will do it for the Western Mass Class B Finals.
Tonight's final score, the Belchertown Orioles 2 and South Hadley 0.
Again,
Thank you guys for coming, and we wish you safe
PA
trips.
announcer beat me to it. That's going to be 2-0 for the Belchertown Orioles. Definitely a dominant game from them tonight. Able to generate a lot on the offense there. So that will do it for our broadcast. I strongly recommend you go over to Channel 15, check out the football game. Third quarter started about 3 minutes ago. South Hadley leads 31-6. So that's definitely a good game for them that I would recommend going and checking out. I'm Colin Zoronic signing off from the South Valley Sports Network, your home for Tigers Athletics. Have a good night.